Boy, how's it going once again, you glorious rascallion bastards? The name's FOXSOL. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more WutheringWaves. And in today's video, let's just put it this way. I've been having some interesting conversations recently, and one of the interesting conversations we had was the inflation cost inside of WutheringWaves economy. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's just discuss it real quick, I guess. I mean, this is more of going to be a fun topic for me, is we're just talking about like the cost of materials, shells, all this in general. Let's have some fun. Grab yourself a drink, grab yourself some potato chips, sit back down, and let's go through it. Alrighty. Well, apparently my capture card stopped there for a second. Not sure why, but oh well. In any case scenario, let's go ahead and get through this. So, the conversation was straight up. We were talking about, hey, how much it costs us to, level up this material, the material cost to level up a character, to ascend a character, to even to part of, the echo experience that you get. Like, in all honesty, there's a lot of things in here that seems to be pretty high cost of living. And what we're talking about is like, even like, going ahead and doing the Forte skill tree, right? For your characters, for your resonators. You need so much material. And then like, even on top of that, you need, I think it's like over like 120 million. I had to go double check. It's like either 20 million or 120 million or whatever in just gold and shells alone to even afford to upgrade your characters. I know for like in terms with like Chang Li and such, like that was just an outrageous cost. But luckily for us, in this regards, we weren't free to play. We were pay to win. So with that being stated, it actually became a lot easier for us because we were able to go ahead and build up the shells real quick after that. And that's where I'm getting at, is that there is some things in here that I even find is a little bit too high of a cost. And for example, legitimately, when it comes to like echoes, all right, leveling up your echoes, I think that echo leveling is a little excessive, okay, for the amount that you get from just doing simple training and such. Not training, but the tacit fields. I'm gonna be honest. This is something that I have fought against. Granted, they have nerfed it a little bit for us, which what they did is they actually made it to where, tuning an echo doesn't cost as much as it did before. Leveling them up and tuning them doesn't cost nearly as high as it did before, which is a great thing. Don't get me wrong. It is absolutely incredible that they did that. I fucking love them for that. But it's still like, we did the mathematics on this a while back. With 240 wave plates, and that's not counting buying wave plates and everything. That's just, hey, you get 240 wave plates and doing tacit fields. On average, you'll get in with between 3 to 4 of the Echo XP jars, right? An Echo to level it up is 145,000 experience. And with those jars, getting 6 of those jars, you're just looking at getting like 40,000 or so, after a day's work of just doing tacit fields. Because the gold jar, if I'm not mistaken, is at 5,000, and then the purple jar is at 2,000. And what was cool is that, and quartz cleansing event should be coming back, hopefully. But the core cleansing event was something that helped double up that, so it made it a little bit less tedious. So stuff like that, in all generalness, is showcasing that, man, it costs us a lot just to level up your characters in this and make them more viable. And I know what's going to be stated, and I even stated to myself, well, that's part of the grinding. But like some friends of mine say, it's like, man, yeah, we know it's part of the grind, but can't they just give us a break on some of that kind of stuff? And I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, I get your point. you know, with how everything is, and you want people to spend time playing this game, and you want them to actually, you know, feel like they're investing and it's not that far away to get something done. I understand what you're getting at, because I understand that, you know, for these guys that we were talking about this, it's like, go ahead and do it. And we'll use Echo as the main example here, using the Echo system. You got to spend a good amount of time to get the XP. Once you get the XP and you actually level up and tune your echoes, it's a gamble at that point. Because if you don't tune it correctly, if it doesn't tune correctly, it's worthless and you got to throw it away. And then you lose 30%. And I'm not sure why my capture card keeps crashing. We're going to have to fix that for the next video. But yeah, it's like, thinking about it, it's like, you got a gambling system, we're focused on this, you would think they can cut a break. Like, even the cost of screwing up an echo, which you're not screwing it up, it's just the gambling side of things. Like, oh, it's going to cost, you know, this much, you know, to do the echo leveling up, and if it doesn't tune right and you use it as food, then you lose 30% of your experience that you have built on it. So like an echo that you have at level 25 that's not good anymore drops down to like level 23. So then it's not worth it. It's just not worth going ahead and wasting it. That's why, like I said, told them in a sense, it's like, it's best just to go ahead and do it the other way around, which is you level them up one at a time. You level up to level 5, you just tune it. If it's good, you continue, you tune it. And then if it's, you know, you do a bad tune, but you still want to gamble, you gamble. If not, that's the spot that you stop at. And then you hope to God that the next echo you're going to be working on tunes better. Like, that's how I work with my stuff. But it's gambling. You're not going to be guaranteed all the time to get, you know, a perfect echo. But for a system, for like the echo system, you know, it's so major of a system in here that you would think we can get a little bit of break on it. That's why, like I suggested a while back, that my thoughts is that what they should incorporate in here is that we have the data merge system where we can merge our echoes to get different echoes. I don't see why, you know, they can't be a way to where, like, after you do like 10 echo merges, that it'll drop you like 1 or 2 canisters of like purple echo juice. And then from there, ta-da, you just, you know, you go grind echoes and you fill it up. I don't see what the problem there would be. I think that would be actually a way of solving that problem. But even like doing the material grinding to go do the forgery challenges to get the material to ascend your character. And again, I don't understand it's a grind, but some of that like legitimately is a little over the top. The cost is a little over the top. Like what, 20 million or whatever, 120 million or something. I gotta go look up. I think it's 20 million. I really do. The cost to just level up a character's skills tree. That's a lot of shells. Getting materials easy, and then thinking about it from the free to play aspect, right? Dude, how long is it going to take you to get that many shells to go ahead and start level 10ing your actual skill set? Like, I'm just saying, like, you go ahead, you've already done, you know, you've been putting into several characters, and all of a sudden a new character comes out, it's Guts from Berserk, man, and all of a sudden it's like, oh crap, I want to, you know, really, as a free-to-play player, I want to make him really viable, I want his skills, I want everything to be so good on him, and then you realize that you got like 1 million in shell credit. You got all the materials, but you got 1 million shell credit. And then I believe, let me go take a look real quick, that when it comes to over here to go get the shell stuff right here, yeah, you only gonna get like 4,000, but the other one is 80,000. Yes, still, like, that's still quite a bit, like, the inflation is a little bit too high. I'm going to agree, especially for free-to-play players, the inflation is way higher than you would expect.
Make it fast.
Because you gotta think of like this. You gotta think that, you know, you, a person who probably play gacha games all the time, you don't think this. You're like, oh yeah, that's like typical in every gacha game. True, it's typical, but it's like, you know, the people who play like Devil May Cry, the system there. You know,
Make it fast.
red orbs was a thing too, but you could go around and you can go collect all the red orbs you wanted, and within a few hours you could actually go ahead and level up again. And then the actual developers actually reduced the cost more and more on that, so that way you don't have to worry about, you know, actual currency anymore. They found ways for people to actually go ahead and, you know, get currency. Like, hey, you know, you got all these, you know, materials that you're not going to use, sell them, and we'll give you a currency that you could buy the red orbs, so that way you can go ahead and level up. Like, I kind of wish that WutheringWaves offered that kind of system where, you know, I can go ahead and sell flowers or something that I don't have and sell it for a profit of getting some shells or something. I think that that would be really cool, because my God, some things just cost way too much in here, in my personal opinion as well, to where it's like, no, I need to save those shells for when this character comes out so that way I can level them up. It's very much, you know, out there. And I don't know how the free-to-play players actually do it. You know, you guys have a lot of patience. That's all I'm going to say to get where you're at right now, especially if you're leveling up your characters. Your patience is some saints there. I'm sorry, because I think even for you guys, it would be great, you know, to have a place where I could be like, hey, I got all this junk. Let me go to the store. Let me go sell my junk to go get shells, so that way I can finish off this build. Something to that effect. I think that that is something that would be very cool to have in WutheringWaves. That would help, you know, fight with the inflation prices of this economy right now. My gosh, it costs us a lot to go ahead and make sure that your character is damn good. Not just decent. Like, I mean, just not just good. I mean, to make them really decent, it does cost a lot of money. And then to make them damn good costs us a fucking goddamn fortune. You got to be rich for that shit. So that's all I really want to talk about. I thought it was a funny topic, to be honest. We were discussing it, you know, in terms of just how the economy is, and it's like, man, the economy is pretty damn high, man. It's like, you know what, we need to elect an official in here to help bring the economy back now. Make WutheringWaves good again. Yeah. Well, in any case, regards. Give me your comments down below. How do you feel about, you know, the material costing, the shell costing in the game, the grinding and everything? Especially if you're a free-to-play player. I really want to know your aspect. If you're fine with it, if you're fine with the economy in this game, or if you think the economy should be a little bit more friendlier and adjusted, so that way, you know, it makes it a little bit easier for you guys to level up your characters, like the skill set right here. I'll show you real quick. Because I think that this is like where the big cost will come at, in a sense, because this is just expensive. So what do you say? So yeah, whatever you say, let me know down below in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Love to have some conversation on it, if that's all right with you guys, and all that good jazz. So until next time, take it easy, and I will go ahead and catch you on the flip side. All right, peace.